The Local Show, featuring conversations with business owners, employees, and local business leaders about their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business. Right here in Central New York. The Local Show is locally produced by Zoe Advertising. Now your hosts, Tom and Steve.
Back into it and back at it. If you're here, then we are too. It's the Tom and Steve Show, otherwise known as the Local Show, where we champion local businesses and seldom champion Steve.
Tom, I don't know. I just like that last set with the food, the kids' food stuff. Children-friendly food.
Children-friendly food.
Everything she said were things I eat. I don't know what that means.
I don't know.
Just saying.
Well, you're a kid.
Yeah.
A big kid at heart. Happy talk me about Safe Harbor wills and trusts.
Oh, well, look, 2024, just about in the rearview mirror.
Yeah.
If you haven't made a plan for your home and life savings, if you want to lose it all to long-term care or something, by all means, do nothing.
Right.
Yeah, but
you have a choice.
But if you want your inheritance to go to the right place and want to preserve it, call Safe Harbor Wills and Trust. You can call them at 370-9977 or go to safeharborwillsandtrust.com. Talk to them. That's all they do. Don't let the person that did your traffic ticket do your estate plan. That would not be the right thing to do. Talk to John and the team.
Make a plan, get off to a good start in this 2025. That's what Bill Fisher's going to do. Bill Fisher's with us right now. He's the CEO of the CNY Regional Market. How are you, Bill?
I'm doing well. Thanks, Tom.
Great to meet you. You've had a lot of press lately. Tell people why.
Well, before I get to that, I want to champion Steve. Okay. I don't know why you're not willing to do that, Tom.
Thank you, Bill.
The new year is coming. We need to be focused on positive things like that.
That's right. Well, I'm positive. I don't like him.
Well, I just before the mics were flipped out, I was saying I just love the market, which I do.
Oh, that's why.
There's so many people that love the market.
Yeah.
And so many people that have probably stopped at the market recently to pick up stocking stuffers for Christmas. And now as we begin to get into the new year, we expect to see a lot of people on Saturdays and Sundays. On Saturdays, we have our farmers market and a lot of other things. And on Sundays, we have a flea market. And this has been going on since 1938.
So where'd you come from?
Hasn't been that long. Yeah. What's your background? Are you from Syracuse, first of all?
I'm from Syracuse. Went to Bishop Ludden.
Oh, great.
For 9.5 years, I was the deputy county executive for Joni Mahoney.
Oh, you were?
Okay.
She went to Ludden.
She did?
Yeah.
No, she's Corcoran. Sorry.
She's Corcoran.
Oh, I was thinking
she was with me, remember?
Okay.
She was my lab partner. And
some of the other Mahonies are Ludden.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I took 5.5 years off, did some other things, and now I'm back working. And
that's great.
In July, I took on a new role when the board of directors at the CNY Regional Market, which is run by a regional authority, asked me to come aboard.
Okay, so they had a lot of bad press for a little while, and then you came in, and it was like everybody was like, "Yay, good! Now things are going to go in the right direction." And I'm not sure what people were talking about. I didn't pay much attention to what was going on.
So the regional market ran into some financial problems, and the state comptroller did an audit and pointed out a number of areas where things needed to be improved. Mm-hmm. And one of my top priorities since early July has been making those improvements and making sure that my board of directors is very comfortable with the direction we're going in.
Right.
And making sure that folks at the county level, at the state level, are also supportive, because we're going to need their help to really make the kind of investments that have been long deferred in the property and land that we own down there, which is almost
amazing.
50 acres.
I was going to say, it's a big
almost
property.
50 acres. It's a huge property.
So the one thing, I'm going to put your feet to the fire right now. Can you get fresh corn 12 months of the year at the market? Go.
No.
Oh, darn it. I just love them. That's my favorite. When the the summer comes and you see the corn coming, it's just, to me, I just get so excited.
How about events?
So we are starting to do some concerts again. There's going to be a concert in February, which will be a R&B event in the F Shed where we used to have concerts. We've also got another concert booked in the summer.
Yes.
The other types of events we have, though, are fairs and festivals. And we did a couple things this year. We're going to do a lot more next year. So we're looking at all the different producers of various types of fruits and vegetables and maple syrup and honey and all the kinds of things that you can find on Saturdays and Sundays, and thinking about why don't we have a specific day, a Saturday or Sunday during the spring or the summer, when we really focused in on one of those types of foods.
So was that F shed built for that with that in mind, or no? Do you know?
So it was built in 2013, and that was certainly one of the reasons they wanted to have that. It's also a nice venue for all of our retail markets that we have on Saturdays and Sundays. So on Sundays, you'll find flea market vendors at all our sheds, including F shed.
Right.
But once we get into the winter season, we close the F shed, and the only things that go in there are live performance.
And it's nice
events.
that it's covered. And I DJ the Syracuse Wine Festival over there every year.
Oh, terrific!
And that's been a real great event. They got them lined up out the door.
The building's there, and there's always parking. You might have to squeak out a little bit, but there's parking, and there's enough. There always seems to be enough parking. It's like it's busy, but I always get a place to park.
Okay.
There's always a place to park, but we're also collecting a lot of feedback. We have a consultant team that was hired by Onondaga County.
Okay.
Thanks, County Executive McMahon, for that, and the county legislature. And this team is a group of experts headed up by a guy who is based in Portland, Maine, and he has spent his entire career consulting with public markets. So although there are plenty of parking spaces, it's not always easy to find. So we've got a landscape architect on the team that's going to help us design a better way to move vehicles and bicycles and scooters and pedestrians through the property, make sure it's safe, but also just make it a little bit easier to get in and out, because that was one of the key things that came back in the surveys that we had done, that people perceived there to be some challenges.
Well, there's a lot of bottlenecking that goes on.
Right.
A lot of bottlenecking.
You're coming down, and I'm always thinking, okay, don't step in front of me.
Sure.
You're going slow. No, I could see that.
Yeah, even when I go to the regional market, the diner, of course. Here's something that's important to old people like Steve and I. Safety. And are you doing anything different in the future to assure people, because sometimes there can be kind of a sultry crowd, and let's be honest, transparent.
We are. We have a long-standing relationship with some off-duty Onondaga County deputy sheriffs, and we've shifted their assignments a little bit so that there's more of their time during the flea market on Sunday and the farmers market on Saturday.
Good.
So
Good
you'll
call.
always see two of them on Saturdays and one or two of them on Sundays. And we also have been making sure that our staff works closely with the Syracuse Police Department. We've had a couple of meetings with Mayor Walsh, who couldn't be more supportive of the idea that when people come down to the market in his city, that we need to make sure that if anything does happen, that the police are very much aware of what's going on and can respond quickly to anything. So we really have very few issues down there.
Sure,
but again, it's the perception.
Right, that's the thing. Yeah, perception.
Yeah, I like the hot foods too. Actually, when you go down to the market, I know that there's the donut guy, and there's the are the folks that did the Thai food. Are they still there?
Yep, from Thai and Laos.
Okay.
Yes. Laotian, I think they're.
Oh my gosh, that is, I get out of there. I gained 5 pounds by just visiting the market, Tom. I go there and I gain. So is Sunday still the flea markets? I always go
still
Saturday.
the flea market.
Explain the difference in the 2 days.
Sure. So Saturday is more of a farmer's market. You'll find all kinds of food and beverages.
Year round, though.
Year round.
Okay.
We are also year round on Sundays. So our flea market vendors are also there. A lot of times they're selling used goods. Sometimes there's new goods. Sometimes there's antiques. But we also have some food and beverage and even some produce. But the focus on Sunday is really flea market. And we have vendors there that have been there for decades. They've got customers that have been coming down and buying from them regularly on Sundays. You may not see the same people over and over again the way you do on Saturdays, but these are regular shoppers. We're also being encouraged by the consultant team that I mentioned to expand Sunday and bring in more fairs and festivals and live events and bucksters and people that are entertaining others.
Right.
They're also potentially using the F shed for other types of things like hot yoga and things like that. So we're going to be experimenting in 2025 to try to make Sunday more, to make it as busy as Saturday is, but we know that the core of that entire business is the flea market vendors that have been there for decades.
We love the market. It's something that's been around forever. People love it. CentralNewYorkMarket.org, CNY RegionalMarket.org, rather, Tom. You can go there, and thanks for coming in today.
Great. Thanks, Steve. Thanks, Tom, very much.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
thank you, Bill, for stepping in and doing your thing. We appreciate that.